This is a video about trying to extend Revit categories to take more loadable families. That becomes really useful with Rhino Inside Revit because you have more choices about where you can create your families and where you can't. So to just give a little background here, when we're in, this is the Rhino to Revit guide, we can create direct shapes in a category, we can create loadable families in some categories, and we create system families in some categories. Now, some of the most popular categories take are system families, and by default, there isn't a great way to create a loadable family in those. And the reason is because when you create a family, you need a template for that category. And by default, there's a number of templates in Revit, but there's not all the Revit categories covered by those templates. And if we take a look at the list of categories in Revit, things like roofs, stairs, structural columns, different categories have different behaviors. Walls is one of these kind of categories. Hardscape, topography. These are ones that are quite used quite often. But there's not an external template to create families. So that's what we're going to do today. Is we're going to create a new template, and you can do this based on the categories you want to use and the version of Revit that you have. And so this is a model where I wanted to create a custom family, and in the stair component. And so we have a custom stair in Rhino with a railing. And so if I look at the definition to create this, we grab all the geometry, we run it through to put it in subcategories, and then we get to the part where we create the new family. And you can see here that I'm using a stair template family. This is a template that I made, and that's what we're going to do today, is make one of these templates. So let me show you how we do that. So what I do to create a new template is I'll just start a new project. There we go. And then I create a in-place component. This is going to be what we're going to base our template off of. We want it in the stairs category. And we'll just leave that name there. That name's not going to really matter. Then what I like to do, just to put some geometry in here, is like to make a quick extrusion, nothing fancy. Okay, and then I'm going to finish that extrusion. So now we have a small extrusion there. Now, one of the keys here is do not finish the model yet. What we're going to do is we're going to pick that extrusion and we're going to group it. Okay, the group name isn't that big a deal, but let's just call it group stair. Okay. And so now here's the key. We have it grouped, we have this object grouped, but before we finish the model, the key is not to finish the model, but to come down here to groups, model, find that group we just created and say save group. And so we're going to, I'm just going to do it, create it on my computer under documents. I'll name it underbar stair template. Okay, and this is going to be a Revit family we're going to create here, right? So we'll just save that. Let's do this. Oh, because I need to do it in a. Let's do it. On the desktop. How do we do that? Okay, so we just made one called stair template 2. Yep. Oh, all right. So now what I can do is over here. So I have the family files. Call it stair 2. Stair 2 template. All right, and then we're going to put it in this file if we want, which is under libraries. Okay. So we'll save that. Okay. Now what we can do is we don't need this file open anymore. And so now what we'll do is open that family. Okay, so we're going to open a family. We're going to find that file, stair 2 template, RFA. Okay, I'm going to open that. All right, and then we're in the family. I want to delete the geometry in the family because I just want this to be a template. Okay, and then I will save it. All right, and then the last step in this is to go into that file, into that folder with Windows Explorer. It's stair 2 stair template, and then you know your stair 2 here. So what you can do is you can rename this as an RFT. So I just took the family and I renamed it from RFA from a family to a template. Now I can use that file as a template to create a custom stair in Revit. And that's just the quick way to create new templates, and it's a great way to extend a lot of your categories.